Hey guys, this is Brian with TTPs, and I know it's been a while since I made a video for you guys. So I wanted to put out a couple of admin notes at the beginning of this video. Uh, I recently saw a quote that we need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. So with that, I'm going to periodically put out info. I've realized that as my workload in my professional life has increased, I can't also constantly create videos. And that's kind of the reason for the extended duration in between the videos that I've created for you. But yeah, definitely still trying to help out the veteran community and then just people in general as well. So this video is for those who are struggling. Um, so I'm not going to hit you with all that toxic positivity stuff, like where people are like, oh, yeah, everything's going to be perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. This person will eventually see things your way. Don't, it's going to be perfect. Like I'm a very realistic person. So to the point where like it could seem very negative. So like my heart wants to tell you, like, it wants the best for you. But my mind knows that, like, if you're down the wrong path, you're down the wrong path. And I need to kind of set you straight. So, for anybody who might have contacted me recently, especially, don't think that this is singling you out because you're not the only person that calls or messages me when you're going through hard times, like you have relationship issues, or you feel like you got no friends, or uh, you want out of the military, you want to go back in, or maybe you're drinking, doing drugs, etc. Some of the people that have reached out to me tell me that I feel like a piece of shit. I'm worthless. I'm a loser. Like I'm not worthy of being loved, etc. Well, you need to lose that narrative. So, keeping it real with you, you may have fucked up in the past or not accomplished everything that you wanted to according to your plan, but that doesn't stop you from changing that narrative. And you don't have to keep living up to that like shitty ideal of yourself. So how do you stop that narrative? Well, obviously, if it's, and I say obviously, but maybe you need to be reminded that if it's an addiction or a mental disorder, um, like you're doing drugs and alcohol, or you have legitimately have depression, you need to get professional help. That's not something that I can necessarily um, completely help you with, and it needs a professional's inside expertise on that kind of thing. But also, if you're going through tough times or like periods of self doubt, make sure that you talk to your closest friends about the things that you've been going through. If they're not just only being an ear to you and letting you lean on them, they're also going to give you advice on how to proceed. I can't count how many times I've had a call at like 11 p.m. with a friend, 1 a.m. with a friend, where we're just talking about, like sometimes there's marriage problems, sometimes, they're going through things in their careers, etc. And they just need somebody to talk to and a little bit of guidance on how to proceed. So, what you need to do to start uh, is to start building that narrative of who you actually want to be. So, I'm not saying compare yourself to others, but in this next example, but evaluate the things that you respect in other people and emulate those specific things. And then strive to set the example for those specific areas. So say that you don't have to like the guy, but just an example. Say that you like Kobe and that he showed up to practice earlier than everybody. Well, then do that on your level. If you're going to the local athletic club, you be the guy who shows up, earliest in the morning. Those are things that you can implement in your life that are not theoretically hard to implement. And then here's the kicker on that all that though. So nobody is perfect. So don't be the don't try to be that spitting image of an athlete in every single mannerism. Don't try to be Kobe exactly. So it's like, how they say never to meet your hero. Well, like, have you ever met your favorite athlete or your favorite movie star just to find out that they're mentally checked out or rude while you're trying to take a photo with them? Yeah, like that's why. So it's like they're not perfect either. They have things that they can work on too. So there's other real life examples, that you could see, probably even in your own neighbors or in your own family. So like maybe one person's really great with finance, but they just suck to hang out with. They're boring as hell. Or maybe this one person is super fit, but maybe they suck as a mom or dad. They suck as a parent. Um, so I'm not trying to pigeonhole anybody here. Those are just a couple examples. But ultimately, what I'm trying to get at is pick the things that you like and respect in other people, and then combine all of that um, into making who you are. So, who are you? So, for me personally, I strive to be an example of a great dad and a great husband. I strive to maintain a decent level of health and fitness, make enough money to pursue my interests like cars and stuff like that, and then just to be an enjoyable person to be around. Um, I'm naturally a smartass, so I got some work to do on being enjoyable to be around sometimes. So, but that's not something that keeps me up at night because it's like I'm comfortable with who I am, and I'm working on becoming better. Um, and so all of those things are a work in progress to chip away at, and then that allows me to the ability to create my own narrative in a positive way in the future. And then my last note on this pretty much goes back to the whole suicide thing. It comes as a dad and a human being. You don't have to be a military veteran at this. I'm not just a military veteran, but do not give up. Please take it upon yourself to be absolutely stubborn in this idea. If there is one thing that I want you to take away is like be absolutely stubborn on do not give up, continually work uh, to stick around and be better. I assure you that even in your darkest hour, when you've lost all hope, you're frustrated with everyone and everything, no one actually wants to see you give up. Your people want you around. Your life is beautiful, it's precious, even with all the crazy and fucked up and complicated stuff that has happened in it. I assure you, your friends, your daughter, your son, your mother, father, cousins, brother, sister, nieces, nephews, we all want you to stay here for as long as possible. So, at the end of the day, hopefully this resonates with somebody who's struggling a little bit. And if you have anything that you would like to suggest on like how to help people through times when they're struggling, feel free to comment on this video, um, message me personally. I don't care either way. But yeah, thanks. I'm Brian with TTPs, and I hope this helps you. Have a great day.